Howdy, brothers and sisters out there in YouTube land. This is Grateful Panic, and I've got another knife review coming for you guys. And I've just got to say, I am so excited to get this video out because I missed the last 2 days, and it has been an absolute challenge to get a video recorded today. Had a little thunderstorm, knocked the power out, and then apparently that power outage caused the neighbors' fire alarm to go off, and it's still going off. It's been going off for about 4 hours now, and normally I shoot outside to get some natural lighting, and everything just looks better, but I'm shooting in the bedroom, so hopefully the lighting is okay and the sound is okay. I just prefer outdoors because you get the natural acoustics, and you get that outdoor freedom. You hear the birds chirping, and the cicadas buzzing, and because here in the southeast we are overrun with cicadas. But hopefully it won't sound too cooped up. The lighting will be okay, and you guys will enjoy this video. I'm doing something a little bit different today. I don't have any knives laid out on the table. I'm gonna kind of surprise you with them, even though it probably won't be a surprise because you've seen some of them before. But let's get started. And as we always do, we start out with, what did I carry today? Well, my main utility blade was the GEC number 71 bullnose in natural canvas micarta. And this is just a great work knife. I mean, it will do any task you ask of it. And that snap is just wonderful. And normally I don't carry this in a sheath. I just stick it straight in my pocket. And this lanyard here, I will tuck that part of it into my fifth pocket, so I can just hook my finger in it and pull it straight out. And that is not an idea of mine. I didn't come up with that on my own. That was actually a video sent to me by my good friend David Vanderstelt. It's a Randy Johnson video, and he shows how to tie these lanyards, and basically tells you, with slip joints of this size, how to go about making the length right, so you can stick that down in your fifth pocket and just access the knife whenever you need it. And I will drop that video down in the description so you guys can watch it, because it's really informative. And those lanyards are super useful. The fixed knife I carried today will come as no surprise. It was the Reaper custom fixed blade. I love this knife. You guys know how much I love this knife. And right now I'm limited on fixed blades. Had a good collection of Bark River knives, and through some wheeling and dealing and trading and selling, got rid of most of them. And yes, I do have a little bit of trader's remorse, but you live and you learn, and I will build that collection back up. But I do have a little something special coming up here in the near future. No, it's not a Bark Rivers knife, or anything super expensive. It's what I would call a budget blade, but it's kind of a substitute for a Grail knife of mine, because it is a Chinese-made version of one of the original American sporting knife companies, that was started by, I would call, one of the grandfathers of American sporting knives. And unfortunately, they chose to move their production to China, and they kind of became, not, I wouldn't say a joke, but kind of an overlooked brand of knife, as opposed to what they used to be. But as I was informed earlier, one of their models is going to be produced in the U.S. for the first time in a couple of decades. I don't know exactly the years, but I think it's actually the production has started and they are for sale, and the price tag, they're a little pricey, but in my mind they're worth it. And if I had the funds right now, I would buy one. But that's just a little hint. They were originally made in Gladstone, Michigan, and by now you guys might know the brand I'm talking about. But if you don't, you'll see as soon as I get it in and can shoot the unboxing. The trusty Swiss Army knife that I carried today was the Super Tinker. And the difference between the Super Tinker and the regular Tinker is the regular is a 2-layer Swiss Army knife, while this is a 3-layer Swiss Army knife. So, in addition to the main blade, the secondary blade, the can opener, and the bottle opener slash flathead screwdriver. In the middle layer, they included the scissors on this one on the top side. On the bottom side, in addition to the Phillips screwdriver and the leather awl, they also included the parcel carrier, which I personally have never had the opportunity to use because I have never received, sent, nor had in my possession any kind of parcel that was tied up in twine. So it's cool, and they include it, so it's there, and there you go. And now to get down to the nitty gritty, the knife of the hour, the knife that we've all been waiting for, or at least the knife that I've been waiting for, the review knife. And today we are going to review my 1977 Slimline Trapper in brown jig bone. And I gotta say, this is special to me for a couple of different reasons. First of all, it's a vintage case. Second of all, it is something that I basically threw a low bid on in an auction, not expecting to win, totally forgot about, and received a notification out of the blue one day saying auction ended and you've won. And I said, well, what did I win? And I checked it out, and it was this. And the third reason this is special is because this is a 31-year-old knife that is pretty much in brand new condition. I mean, I am suspecting that whoever sold this got this either from, I'm guessing it was an estate sale, maybe from like a hardware store or something like this, and this was a display model because it didn't come in a box. But I can tell you guys that this knife has never been used, never been carried, except for the few times that I've carried it. When I got it and opened it up, I looked at it, and I mean, it still has the factory edge on it. There's no corrosion on it. I mean, it is in pristine condition. And I mean, if you listen, I'm going to shut my mouth for a second and let you guys listen to this, the snap of the action on both these blades. I mean, that is just amazing. And if you go around it, the transitions on the bolsters, the covers to the bolsters, I mean, it's perfect. There's no catches. There's a little gap right here. The blades aren't perfectly centered, but there is zero rub Um, going around the outside, we've got nickel silver bolsters. This is a bare head case, meaning that it's got bolsters but no end cap. It's in brown jig bone. It's got the stainless shield that back in the 1970s was still pinned. It's got stainless pins to match the shield. And let's check out the blades. I mean, these blades are just amazing. I love them. It's got this slender, sleek clip point that actually it's got a hand-drawn swedge, which I really believe that GEC draws some of their inspiration from. And it's the SSP steel, which from my understanding stands for stainless steel polished. And in this case, the polish is a satin finish. I mean, you can still see the lines from the final grit of the the fine grit of the final grinding to polish this blade up. You can't see it very well in this lighting and in this crappy camera. Add a little bit of light, see if that helps. It doesn't really, just adds a little bit of glare to it. But that's the clip point, and it's got, which you cannot see because, like I said, this is a crappy camera, but it has the Case XX stainless USA and then 3 dots, which in the 1970s that was the that is what they used to designate the year. In some future videos, I'll go into the other decades and the tang stamp design that they used to designate the year. But in the 1970s, it simply just said Case XX Stainless USA and then had the 10 dots starting in 1970. And then for every year after that, they took away a dot. So there's 3 dots on this, which makes this a 1977 model. Another thing I really like about this knife is that you don't have to fight the clip point in order to open the spay blade, because the nail nick is actually on the other side of the knife. So just bam, there it goes, and you open it. And this also has the factory edge. I mean, it is sharp as the dickens. And another cool thing about this 1970s model, if you can see that little glint there, right there, this blade actually has a swedge on it too. The modern day spay blades on the trappers do not have a swedge. And really, that is all I have to say about this knife. Besides, I mean, I carry this occasionally, and it's not out of I want to baby it. I mean, I kind of do, because I mean it's just such a great find. But I would not call it a safe queen, because when I pull it out and I look at it, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna carry this knife tomorrow, and I carry it the next day. But I just I thank you guys for watching this video. I'm really excited to finally get this video out, because I missed, a couple of days, and I really see this as, talking to my friends about knives. Some friends that love knives, I love knives, and if I'm not putting out a video, I miss talking to my friends. And also, I hope you guys are looking forward to, although it's nothing exotic or super expensive, this unboxing that's coming up. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to carrying it and then doing a further review on it after the unboxing. And I thank you guys for watching. So always remember, stay alert, stay alive, and you know what, guys? Do something nice for somebody today. Thanks, everybody.